Hi guys, so I am filming 2 videos today to make up for my lack of filming for the past 2 weeks. I've been really busy with a lot of work stuff and a lot of family stuff, so please forgive me for that. Yeah, but if you'd like to see how I did my makeup today and a tutorial on this, there'll be a link in the description as soon as that goes live, that video. Please make sure you subscribe if you're new to my channel. I'm Gracii, I'm a makeup artist from the UK. So if you can like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you're keeping up to date. My social media is linked in the description, but it is makeup.bygracii on Snapchat and Instagram, and makeup by Gracii on Facebook. This video is going to be a helpful video for you guys rather than a tutorial. I was thinking today about what video I was going to film, and I was just like, what does everyone struggle with? And I was thinking, oh, maybe a liner focus, a brow focus, but I teach those in my tutorials. So for today I'm going to pick something that is more about you and is personal to you and can sometimes be a struggle, and that's finding the right foundation for you and determining your skin type. So as a makeup artist, it's really important that I know people's skin types. I can look at a face, maybe ask 1 or 2 questions and say, yep, they've got combination, normal, oily, dry skin. You might not know what these words mean, but the words I use like every day, and they can be really helpful in you knowing your own skin and being able to find the right foundation for you, especially if you go into a counter or a drugstore and you want to ask the assistant for some help. I might ask you questions like, what's your skin type? And it's important to know stuff like that. I'm also going to recommend foundations for each of the different skin types. I'm going to start off by describing each type of skin. So it's pretty basic, but oily skin is just like the name. So you find that your face gets quite shiny, that it feels kind of wet, you do get oily everywhere and you never find yourself getting dry. You are oily skin type. If you have a foundation with too much water content or that is labelled as super dewy, that is not what you want, because that's going to add to the oil in your face and just make you look really shiny and sweaty. So it's really important that you get that right. The second type is completely the opposite. It's dry skin. So dry skin is where you find that your skin doesn't have any moisture in it, that it is really dry, it gets flaky, and it's not just winter, all year round you kind of struggle with maintaining that moisture in your skin, and that's where you're really going to need a more dewy foundation rather than a matte one. Even if you like a matte finish, I wouldn't recommend going for a really matte foundation, because that's just going to cling to your dry patches and really highlight the dry patches of your skin and make them look bad, which isn't exactly what people tend to aim for. Now I'm going to talk about combination skin. Combination skin is probably the most common type. Combination is my skin type actually, and it's where you get a bit of both. So sometimes you're oily, sometimes you're dry. It tends to be that your oily areas are kind of where you would highlight. So your nose, your cheekbones, the sides of your nose, the bridge, above your eyebrows, in between. They're the type of areas, like your cupid's bow, they're the type of areas that you will tend to get oily. But then in other areas of your face, you might get dry, or seasonally it may vary. So I know that I have combination skin. I get very dry in the winter, but I get very oily in the summer, and in spring / autumn I'm a bit of both. So I'm more oily in my T-zone, and then I'll get dry around the rest of my face, maybe the sides of my forehead. That is combination skin, where you've got a bit of both going on and you're not at either end of the spectrum, you're just kind of in the middle. There are actually a lot of foundations out there now for combination skin, even though it can be a little hard finding the right one, because you don't want to get something that's super matte and you don't want to get something that's super dewy. So you're trying to find that perfect balance if you have combination skin. And finally, you lucky ones out there might have normal skin. Now, people with normal skin, you don't experience dry or oily skin particularly, your skin is just pretty much normal. You're very, very lucky if it's like that, and you don't have to deal with these kind of issues that kind of cause self-consciousness on your face. So normal, if you are normal, you've kind of got your pick of the lot. You can kind of go for dewy, you can kind of go for matte, it's up to you. It depends on what kind of finish you prefer, really. Either is probably going to look good on you if you've got normal skin, and if you've got normal skin, I don't know why you're really watching this video, because you're going to look good in anything that you put on, literally. I get so jealous of the people that come in with normal skin. We're going to look at foundations for each of the skin type. So if you have oily skin, you want a matte foundation. If you have dry skin, you want a dewy foundation. The very, very best for oily skin is definitely the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation. It is incredibly matte finish and it is a really good coverage. People with oily skin tend to have acne, so it's perfect for covering the acne as well, just because those areas of your face have got a lot of oil and that tends to clog your pores. So yeah, you've got Infallible Total Cover. I think it's £10 in Superdrug and it's from L'Oreal. So my only complaint is, by the end of the day, it's clung to all my dry patches as I have combination skin. So again, that isn't the right foundation for me. I might mix it if I need a bit of coverage. Like today I mixed it with my Fit Me foundation. But yeah, definitely this is really good for the oily skin. So combination skin, I think you can have more of a play around with your foundations. You can mix one that's really good for oily and one that's really good for dry and kind of meet in the middle, and then you can vary the amounts of each, so that if you're more oily than dry one day, you can counteract that oil with more of a matte finish foundation, if that makes sense. So there's a few options I really use with my combination skin. Like I said, I'm a big mixer of foundation anyway. But if you wanted to focus on one foundation, I would say the Maybelline Super Stay 24-Hour Foundation is amazing. I'm absolutely loving this foundation at the minute. I barely ever have to mix it. It doesn't actually say a skin type that it's recommended for on the back, but I would recommend it for combination skin, definitely. It counteracts my oil and my dryness really well, so I don't feel like this clings. At the end of the day, it's still on, it's still perfect. It's absolutely great, and it's only £10 again. So there's another really nice drugstore foundation for combination skin. The other combination skin foundation I use is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is a little bit cheaper. It's only £7, I think, £7 in Superdrug, and it's the matte and poreless, and it's for normal to oily skin. This is probably what I would recommend for normal, as it says in the label, but I wouldn't really recommend it more than I would recommend the L'Oreal for oily skin. Personally, I think it's best for normal and combination skin. So if you're a bit of both, like me, this is really good as well. You don't have to mix it much. But again, you can mix it to tailor to how your skin is feeling that day. For a dewy finish, this is my go-to. And if someone has dry skin, it's also my go-to again. The only issue we have with this really is the coverage isn't as great. It's buildable, but I would probably mix it with something a bit more full coverage. I never use this on its own anymore. I used to, but then I discovered the coverage of the HD 24. So yeah, I definitely recommend this mixed with a little bit of this if you suffer acne or anything like that and you just want a bit of better coverage. If you're looking for something lightweight and low coverage, the Kiko is great. Another really cheap one, it's only £6 I think. So that's the very end of this video. I'm done now, I guess. That was just a quick how-to with your foundations, and I hope you found it really useful. Please don't feel that I'm trying to say that I'm an expert on skincare. I'm really not. These are just the foundations that work for me with people with those skin types, and a really simple explanation, I hope. It can be really daunting when you go into a makeup shop and a professional makeup artist or maybe a matte counter will start talking to you about the different skin types. I remember I used to stand there and just be like, yeah, pretending like I knew what was going on, and I really didn't. So especially if you're going to go and get matched for the right foundation for you, and you're going to spend a lot of money on it. I mean, you don't need to. All them foundations I just saw you were perfect from drugstore, but if you're planning on spending a lot of money on your foundation, do your research, make sure it's the right type for you. Look at reviews that tell you what skin types it works with, what skin types it didn't work with. Check the packaging, because that can sometimes give you an indication. They'll tell you what the purpose of this foundation is. That's pretty much all the advice I can give you. In no way am I a skincare expert though, like don't think that I'm saying that I am. I just kind of use skin types every day in my job, so I thought I would give you an overview and some solutions if you're struggling to find the right foundation for you. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for checking out my channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you who have followed and subscribed me. I'm almost at 2k on Instagram now, and I've got over 200 subscribers on YouTube. So I am really, really grateful for everything that everyone has done for me and for my progress with makeup. And don't think I don't see you all, because I do notice. So leave me any comments of any videos you would like to do. I'm always looking for ideas. Anything you struggle with to do with makeup, I'm happy to do a focus tutorial on it, like I said, about brows and liner, stuff like that. That's it for this video. Thank you for listening to me talk at you for like 10 minutes. I'll see you all later. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.